GMNA uses artificial intelligence for generated speech, visuals, and production. AI-generated content may contain errors. Please verify important information before making decisions or taking action.
Good morning, Montreal. I'm Lauren Dupuis. Police officers were assaulted in Villeray today, a stark reminder of safety concerns, while Nadia Cominsai returns for the 50th anniversary Olympic celebration. We'll also have a quick look at traffic and the latest Good Food update. Over to you, Ryan.
The Montreal Roses defeated the Vancouver Rise by a score of 4-3 in last Saturday's match.
The game took place at Montreal's downtown arena, drawing a crowd of over 12,000 spectators.
Forward Alex Tremblay scored 2 goals and assisted once, earning Player of the Match honors for the Roses.
All right, let's get into it, starting with today's top headlines and the latest community updates. Good morning, Montreal. Police say 2 SBVM officers were attacked by 4 individuals during a police intervention in the Villeray, St. Mitchell, Park Extension borough on Tuesday and Wednesday. The confrontation began when officers attempted to disperse a gathering, after which the 4 assailants confronted the pair, striking them before fleeing the scene. Both officers received medical attention for injuries that were described as non-life-threatening. SBVM released a statement confirming the assault and confirming that an investigation is underway, with detectives seeking to identify the suspects. The incident unfolded in a residential stretch of Villeray, an area known for its quiet streets and family homes. Investigators are reviewing nearby surveillance footage and have appealed for witnesses. The department emphasized that assaults on law enforcement personnel will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. No arrests have been made at this time.
Gymnastics legend Nadia Cominsai will be on hand tomorrow at the Olympic Stadium for a ceremony celebrating the 50-year anniversary of the 1976 Summer Games. The former Romanian star, who made history with the first perfect 10 in Olympic competition during those games, is expected to join officials, former athletes and fans for a series of tributes. Organizers say the program will feature a short video retrospective, a presentation of a commemorative plaque and a brief remark segment by Cominsai herself. The event underscores the lasting impact of the Montreal Games, which put the city on the global sporting map and inspired a generation of athletes. Tickets were distributed through a lottery, and the stadium is preparing for an anticipated crowd of enthusiastic spectators eager to relive a milestone moment in Olympic history.
CF Montreal is confronting a stark offensive drought after 270 minutes of MLS play without a single goal. The goalless stretch, spanning 3 full matches, has prompted the club's technical staff to convene an emergency review of tactics and personnel. Coach Patrice Delorier, speaking after Friday's home loss to the New York Red Bulls, said the team will analyze video, adjust formation, and consider changes up front to reignite scoring. Players acknowledged the pressure, with striker Samuel Diouf noting the need for sharper movement and quicker decision-making. The club's front office also signaled that the scouting department will fast-track potential reinforcements before the upcoming transfer window. Fans across the city have expressed concern, filling social media feeds with calls for immediate improvement as the season approaches its critical midway point.
Greg Joy returned to Montreal's Olympic Stadium, the venue of his gold medal high jump on July 31, 1976, to share the moment with his daughter. The former champion stood on the track where he cleared 2:23 meters to win the title, a performance described at the time as defining a generation. Joy and his daughter walked the arena's aisles, pausing at the spot where the record-setting leap was made. He recalled the excitement of the crowd and the pride of representing Canada on home soil. The stadium, located in Montreal, Quebec, remains a landmark of Canadian sport history. Joy's 2:23-meter clearance secured the Olympic gold for Canada and is remembered as a turning point for the sport. His daughter listened as he described the atmosphere of that July evening, marking his first return to the site since his victory.
A Quebec Superior Court judge is set to rule tomorrow on a proposed $31.5 million settlement that would resolve dozens of lawsuits accusing the Archdiocese of Quebec of sexual assault. The claimants, whose allegations span back to 1940, argue that clergy members abused them over decades. The settlement, if approved, would aim to close the long-standing legal battle and provide compensation to the victims. Representatives for the Archdiocese say the agreement reflects a desire to bring finality to the cases. Victims, advocates stress the importance of a fair assessment by the court. The hearing is scheduled in Quebec City, where both parties have filed extensive evidence for the judge's review. The decision will be closely watched, as it could set a precedent for how historic abuse claims are handled across the province. Coming up, we'll meet the young Quebecer who launched Livio to combat endless scrolling, a fresh tool for digital wellness. We will be right back.
Watch the local sunset tonight at 6 p.m. for all your local Montreal news.
If you run a venue, a comedy night, a concert, a fundraiser, you already know the hardest part isn't the show. It's selling the seats. Theaterfiller changes that. In minutes, you're set up with your own ticketing page, QR code delivery, and a door scanner. No technical headaches. No middleman taking a cut of your night. Your event, your tickets, your revenue. Go to theaterfiller.com and fill every seat.
Welcome back, everyone. Up next, Ryan Mercer brings today's local stories, traffic, weather, and community updates you'll need before heading out.
Alexis Bossé, a 24-year-old developer from the city, rolled out his new social media platform Livio today. The app is designed to interrupt the endless scroll habit that dominates most feeds, prompting users to pause after a set number of posts. In its first trial, 21 participants reported that the built-in timer helped them step away from their screens earlier than usual. Bossé said the goal is to give people a tool that counters the doom scrolling pattern many larger networks encourage, hoping it will ease the mental fatigue and lost productivity many users feel. The launch coincided with a local tech meetup, where attendees tested the prototype on their phones. Early feedback suggests the gentle break reminders are resonating with people looking for a calmer online experience. The team plans to expand the feature set later this year, adding customizable break intervals and community challenges.
Experts say more than 7,000 collisions with large wildlife were recorded on Quebec highways during 2025. Bears and moose, driven onto roads by the search for food, accounted for the bulk of the incidents. The tally marks a sharp increase over previous years and underscores a pattern that has long troubled drivers across the province. Each strike not only endangers the animal, but also creates hazardous conditions for motorists, often resulting in vehicle damage, traffic delays, and in some cases, serious injuries. Drivers who encounter an animal are advised to stay calm, keep both hands on the wheel, and avoid sudden braking. Officials note that the high traffic corridors through forested regions are especially vulnerable during the fall feeding season. The data reinforces calls for heightened vigilance, especially at dusk and dawn when wildlife movement peaks, and for continued investment in wildlife crossing structures to reduce future encounters.
The City of Dollard des Ormeaux has announced that the public information session set for August 6 will not take place. Officials said the cancellation follows two class action requests filed over the severe June flooding that damaged homes and businesses. The briefing, originally planned at Municipal Hall on the east side of town, was to let residents ask questions about causes, response, and any compensation. In the lawsuits, plaintiffs claim the city's drainage system could not handle historic rain levels. The municipality will instead prepare a written report and mail it to all registered property owners in the coming weeks. The distribution is expected to begin in early September, giving owners several weeks to review the findings before any further legal steps. City representatives emphasize they remain committed to addressing flood-related issues, but legal considerations now require a different communication approach.
Yesterday, at the Fantasia International Film Festival, actor Patrick Wilson and series creator Nick Antosca took the stage to present the finale of their thriller series. The screening gave festival-goers a first look at the episode before it rolls out worldwide later this week. Organizers said the early showcase fits the festival's tradition of highlighting cutting-edge horror, sci-fi, and fantasy works. Attendees heard the concluding chapter at 12:53 in the afternoon, a moment that sparked lively conversation among fans eager for the upcoming broadcast. The screening took place in the festival's main auditorium, where a crowd of genre enthusiasts cheered as the credits rolled. Fantasia, which celebrates horror, science fiction, fantasy, animation, and cult cinema each July, continues to serve as a springboard for international releases, giving local audiences a chance to experience a high-profile series before anyone else.
Thursday morning saw the Les Roses edge the Rise in a tight contest in Vancouver, finishing with a 4-3 tally. 4 different Montreal skaters found the net, each contributing to the narrow victory that lifted the team to its 4th win in the past 5 outings. The win keeps the Roses perched near the top of the league standings, a boost for fans who have been tracking the club's surge. Local cafes reported a spike in game day traffic as supporters gathered to catch the live feed, while the victory sparked celebrations at the downtown bar district after the final buzzer. Coach Pierre Dubois praised the depth of the roster, noting the balanced scoring spread. The result adds another chapter to a season where Montreal's hockey pride has been on the rise.
Now let's turn to our meteorologists for a quick look at today's morning forecast. A subtle ridge of high pressure and a northern jet stream keep Montreal dry, while temperatures climb steadily. On this date, the all-time high reached 30.5 degrees Celsius in 2019, a spike that rode a late summer heat wave across southern Quebec. The record low of 11.5 degrees Celsius fell in 2021 during an unusually early cold snap that slipped through a northward dip in the jet. By contrast, the climatological average for July 30th hovers around 26 degrees high and 18 degrees low, illustrating how today's warmth sits comfortably between those extremes. The live radar sweep shows a completely clear canvas across the province, with no echo signatures moving in from the west or north. A dry, stable air mass sits beneath a modest ridge, and the gentle northern jet at 4.5 meters per second reinforces subsidence, suppressing any convective development. With no precipitation in sight, the atmosphere will remain unblemished through the day, allowing us to pivot straight to the forecast. At 7 a.m. Montreal wakes under partly cloudy skies, temperature 18 degrees, humidity 94%, and a light northwest breeze of 8 kilometers per hour. A near-average pressure is nudging upward, signaling a gradual buildup of high pressure that will seal off moisture. The jet stream overhead, flowing north at about 45 kilometers per hour, channels dry air aloft and locks in the ridge. Temperatures will climb to 28 degrees by mid-afternoon before easing to 25 as the sun sets. UV index sits at 5 and wind remains modest, peaking at 14 kilometers per hour from the southwest. No weather alerts are active. With the sky staying clear, the day will progress uninterrupted, setting the stage for the upcoming 5-day outlook. Friday continues the high-pressure regime with a clear sky and a high of 26 degrees, low 18. Saturday holds the same high but clouds thicken, bringing an overcast blanket while temperatures remain steady at 26. Sunday introduces a modest trough, allowing light rain and a 55% chance of showers, with highs staying at 26 and lows climbing to 21. Monday mirrors Sunday's rain potential at 55%, though the high dips slightly to 25 and the low settles at 19. Tuesday breaks the wet spell, returning to clear skies and a warm high of 27 with a low of 18. The sequence showcases a brief wet interlude sandwiched between otherwise stable, warm conditions. And that's your weather. Remember, the local sunrise is also available as a podcast. Listen anytime on iHeartRadio or wherever you get your podcasts. Up next, traffic updates across the island, a look at tonight's show lineup, plus our Good Food Chamber spotlight. We will be right back. Watch the local sunset tonight at 6 p.m. for all your local Montreal news.
All major arteries are moving freely this morning. Autoroute 6, Autoroute 15, and the Champlain Bridge show no delays, and traffic on Boulevard St. Laurent and Rue Sherbrooke is flowing at normal speed. Drivers heading downtown can expect a smooth ride into the office, and commuters on the east side will find the Villeray-St. Mitchell corridor clear as well. Looking ahead to the afternoon, construction on Boulevard René Lévesque will resume after lunch, likely adding a few minutes of slowdown near the downtown core. Expect a modest buildup on Highway 40 eastbound as school zones release students in the early evening, and the St. Lawrence River crossing may see a slight increase in volume after rush hour. No transit strikes or service changes are reported, so the metro and bus network remain on schedule. Keep your eyes on the road and enjoy the calm start to your day.
Looks like the city's event calendar is quiet today, but stay tuned for tomorrow's lineup and keep an eye on the local sunrise for what's coming up. And now here's Tyler with sports.
Habs headlines are stacking up as the summer roster takes shape. The Canadians have a decision to make on Arbor X Hekage, and how they handle it will tell us a lot about where this front office sees him on the depth chart. Meanwhile, Montreal earns high marks league-wide for cap efficiency, second in the NHL for spending its money wisely. That reputation matters when tough calls are coming. The blue line in Montreal is deeper than it has ever been, and Martin St. Louis and Kent Hughes are making clear they reward future potential, not past resumes. Down in Laval, new Rocket head coach Daniel Jacob inherits a significantly overhauled roster. That pipeline is being rebuilt from the bottom up, and center depth is central to that plan. Kent Hughes made a forward swap with Anaheim, sending Sean Farrell to the Ducks and bringing 23-year-old Sasha Pastujov to Montreal. Pastujov, a former third-round pick, arrives as a restricted free agent. This is Hughes betting on upside, a young forward with room to develop competing for a roster spot he still has to earn.
Good food, headquartered in the vibrant Mile End district, has been a staple for Montreal families looking for convenient, locally sourced meals. The company delivers fresh, chef-crafted kits that let busy parents and young professionals cook together without the grocery run. Recently, Good Food disclosed a material uncertainty, noting a net debt of $35.85 million and $29 million of convertible debt due next March. The firm now faces a crucial financing round to keep its kitchens humming and its delivery routes alive. For many Montrealers, Good Food isn't just a service, it's a daily reminder that home-cooked meals can fit into a fast-paced life, keeping our neighborhoods nourished and connected. Later, we'll explore how urban anglers can spot over 50 fish species in Lake St. Louis and the Lachine Canal.
Coming up tonight at 6, the local sunset. Your neighborhood, your city, your news. From City Hall decisions to the stories happening right on your street, we cover what matters most to Montrealers. Join us tonight at 6 p.m. on gmna for the local sunset, Montreal's evening newscast.
Thank you, Montreal, for joining us on the local sunrise. Tonight's highlight, Nadia Comaneci's homecoming for the 50-year Olympic celebration, reminded us of the city's enduring spirit. We appreciate your support and look forward to bringing you more stories tomorrow morning. See you bright and early.